All right, so money does not make you. Don't get me wrong, having money is important. You need money. The way the world is currently, if you don't have money, you're going to be thinking about money because it's how you survive. It's how you like do the basic stuff, right? Put food on the table, be able to support a family, that kind of thing. But the money doesn't make you. And so I have a lot of people in my life who I know who make great money, like way more money than they need. And it's cool. I'm not knocking it. I think it's great to be able to provide services to the world and be paid in exchange for that. But the thing is, what I find a lot of times with people who make good money is that you end up having a really big like gap with your relationships. And the problem is, because when you have money, then you start to not be able to trust people because you're wondering like, oh, why do they want to be my friend? Oh, or like some guys I work with and I'm friends with, and they make a lot of money, and they like the relationships that they're in is just so surface level, and it's just dating around, and it's like, you're missing out on so much of life then, because inside that feeling. It's a feeling of like turmoil. It's like a sadness or like an emptiness, or you might come out as anger, it might come out as just like a nihilism, like thinking like, what's the point of this, but then you just get back to like, no, this is my goal, right? I'm gonna hit my goal. And okay, but you're still gonna wake up tomorrow, you're still gonna be in roughly the same position, and so that emotion will compound. So sometimes people ask me like, how do you balance the money, the business, but then you got a family, you got a kid, and it's like, we have this homestead, right? It's a beautiful sunny day, and we're getting a milking cow, and we have 20 chickens, and like we have all this stuff. And the only reason that I'm able to actually handle this, well, it's twofold. It's one is my relationship with Jessica, because we're in agreement and principle on why we're together, what we're here to do, the bigger picture, how we're here to change the world, how we're here to raise our kids in that, how we're here to build community with that. Like that is the starting point of it. And then the other part is I've been able to learn how to learn fast. Really fast. And I don't mean learn just like, I memorized a little tip and trick and this helped me make this money here. It's like, no, fundamentally my ability to comprehend what's going on in the world, fundamentally my ability to grasp topics that are important, and with the rate of change occurring every day, with the rate of how much information comes online every day, I can process that. I can see patterns, I recognize the pattern, and then I can act differently, and I can create new patterns that provide value to the world, and you get paid for that. That's how it works. And so making this video for those of you who have the money, but deep down, there's that party that's like, something's off, right? Reach out. For those of you who are, still in your track of making a lot of the money, and if you're single, realize having that relationship really built in purpose, really built in principle, being in agreement with that, having friends that have that, having local community that has that, like that's going to be a source of fuel for you. That's beyond any amount of dream board or getting pumped up and listening to Kanye and whatever you do to get in the zone to go work and crush it, right? Now, if you're on the come up and you do have that relationship, have this conversation with your spouse. Like make sure that they're on the same page with you. Like make sure you know what winning actually looks like together. Winning for you, but also winning for your community. Because in the back of your mind, you can't ignore the news. I know a lot of you don't watch the news, but in the back of your mind, we've got a world where AI is growing exponentially. Robotics, like Elon Musk is openly saying that he wants to have 5 robots for every human. The economy is changing, right? Where there's all these global events and everything happening. It's like, in the back of your mind, we are all interconnected. Like, I can't just ignore the fact that there's all this freaking suffering going on, probably in your neighborhood where you live, right? And especially around the world. And so why not align yourself to the biggest, most badass purpose in the world, which is let's actually change the system. Let's make sure everyone can have a conversation like this. Let's make sure everyone has opportunity to learn anything and go do what they want to do and go be who they can be. But the way we do that is by systematically changing the culture, changing what education looks like, changing what we value as a society, changing who's in office and the freaking politicians where, 98% of them are just, bought off by whoever. It's like, let's stop normalizing this mediocrity and let's stop normalizing this weird parasite mindset. of just, oh, just make money at all costs. Yeah, it's like, no, let's build for real so we can have relationships for real, and then we can change the world for real. So by the time my son grows up and he's 18, or our next son, the son we have that's almost born now, by the time they're 18, they're inheriting a way different world, a way better world. And not just here where I live, but it's everywhere. And then they can have friends around the world, and they can do something way more than we could even imagine, right? That's what I'm here to create. And so if you resonate with that, hit me up.